Hello everyone, you're welcome to another episode of Fertility Talk with Olarunke Thaddeus. How has been your day? On today's episode, the topic is psychological evaluation for surrogate mothers. Yes, a lot of time, most people just think once they decided that they want to be a surrogate mother, yeah, that is it. No, it takes some processes. Okay, and the first of it for us is psychological evaluation. Why is it important that a surrogate mother has to be psychologically evaluated before she commences surrogacy program? Number one is the informed consent. Okay, we need to evaluate her to understand that she understands what this is all about. She understands what surrogacy is all about. As a matter of fact, our counselors here, what they do is to let the surrogate mother, as in the new surrogate mother, people, surrogates that are just coming to indicate their interest, they let them explain what the process is. Okay, so and for surrogate mothers who cannot explain the process fully, then they will put her through, ensuring that she understands properly what the whole process is all about. A surrogate mother has to fully understand and comprehend the whole process of the journey. So you cannot just pick a random person who doesn't understand what surrogacy is and is not even ready to learn, or by the time you put her through, she cannot give it back to you what you have said to her in a layman dialect or language. Then of course that means we cannot claim to have informed consent of that surrogate mother. So the first reason why psychological evaluation is important is getting the informed consent. So surrogate mother needs to fully understand and comprehend the whole surrogacy program from start to the finish. They need to know that yes, they are going to have to use drugs. They need to understand that IVF process will take place on them. They need to understand that it is not their eggs that are going to be used for the program. They need to understand that pregnancy, yes, they have given birth before. Maybe when they had their baby, they had no pregnancy symptoms. Yes, you can be confronted with symptoms like this, like this, like this, like this. They need to understand that giving birth may be through cesarean section. They need to just understand everything. So at the first point of contact, we always want to ensure that our surrogate mother, fully understand what they are about to get themselves into or what they're about to enter. Okay, yes. So that's the first reason why psychological evaluation is very important for all surrogate mothers. Another reason why psychological evaluation is very important is emotional readiness. By the time you begin to evaluate the surrogate mother, new intending surrogate mother, by the time you begin to evaluate them, you will actually see whether they are emotionally ready for the journey. Okay, you will actually see if they are being forced to come and do this. You will actually see if the only motive for doing this is money. You will actually see a lot by the time you engage them in psychological evaluation. You will begin to see a lot of things. Okay, so we have a lot of method that we use to evaluate our surrogate mother psychologically, and by the time we are through with them, we are able to see that okay, no, we cannot work with this person. Oh yes, we can work with this person. Okay, because for us it is not we need to see the readiness emotionally has to be there. We don't want to work with somebody that is damaged emotionally, for instance. Okay, we want someone that is emotionally sound for the journey ahead. So Second reason is emotional readiness. So that's the second reason why psychological evaluation is very important for the surrogate mother. Then of course the third reason is mental check. Okay, mental check, we want to be able to know who this person is. We want to be able to check to know her mental state. What has she been through? What is her story like? Okay, we want to know, is she depressed? Does she suffer some anxiety or has anxiety issues? We want to know if there is any mental issues, and we have a way of also getting to know all this, because of course we have experts in this field that helps in assessing all our intending new surrogate mothers. So the mental check is another reason why surrogate mother needs to be evaluated. Let me tell you a short story of a new surrogate mother. She worked in intending, not she's, because at the end of the day we ended up not working with her. But by the time our expert was through with a psychological evaluation, we got to know a lot. We got to know that, you know, she was kidnapped some years ago, like 2-3 years ago. She was raped. She had a baby out of that experience. Yes, we're not trying to discriminate, but oh no, we feel it's going to be too much, or it was going to be too much to add surrogacy to the list again. So we couldn't work with her because she appears to be traumatized by the time we saw her. In fact, after our psychiatric doctor evaluated her, I had meeting with her and I could see that she was not in a good shape. Okay, so yeah, it was a no for us. So this is also one of the reasons why psychological evaluation is very important. It helps to actually it tells a lot about their mental state. Okay, it tells a lot about, and it's all, and it is very important to have a surrogate mothers that is mentally ready for the journey. We don't want to have to start dealing with other issues when the surrogacy program commences. Okay, so that is also why psychological evaluation is very important. Psychological evaluation helps with effective communication. We get to know them more, and by the time you know them more, they open up. You know, even during the program, they are able to open up to you about what they need, about what we can do to help them better. It helps with effective communication. So that is also another reason why psychological evaluation is very important for all surrogate mother. Is psychological evaluation important for intended parents? Yes, of course, because it also helps to know that you are ready for this, that you understand the journey ahead. For instance, at Meet Surrogate Mothers, we try to engage you. Why do you think we do consultation? Because we're getting to know you. We want to know you. We want to know your story. We want to know that you're ready for this. You're not going to back out. Okay? Fine. A lot of intended parents, might be able to get through these, but of course, I've come across intended parents that I know that I cannot work with, based on certain questions that we posed to them and the response, and I'm like, no, it's not gonna, we're not gonna work with this person. Okay, so it's not all 100% that we will take up a case. As an intended parent, when we engage you, you have to show that side of you, that you know what this is all about, that you understand surrogacy, you understand pregnancy, that you understand that yes, this is human being, and you will not come back and say, why is your surrogate mother falling sick? Because if you do, it means that you don't understand pregnancy, you don't understand anything about pregnancy. We put a lot of information across during our consultation, and we expect feedback. We ask questions so that we see the readiness of each intending parent as well. So psychological evaluation is important for both surrogate mothers and intended parents. Thank you for watching today's episode of Fertility Talk with Olarunke Thaddeus. Looking forward to seeing you watching our next episode, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and if you find this video interesting or educative, kindly share. Thank you very much, and God bless.